So, what laws exist around drones, and how can a drone cause so much chaos? We're joined now by a drone expert, Kerry Blakeman, who can answer some of these questions. Former Chief Inspector of West Midlands Police. Kerry, thank you very much for joining us. Who is allowed to fly a drone in this country?
Well, basically, any member of the public can go along to any high street store and purchase a drone very similar to this one that I've got here. They're readily available, and if you're going to get one for Christmas, it may be that you want to fly it in the locality, but you have to adhere to the drone code, which stipulates the distances and where you can and can't fly.
What sort of training do you have to have, or licence do you have to hold?
So as an ordinary member of the public, as I say, you can buy one of these drones from the high street, and you don't actually have to have any kind of training. I've taken an approved course via the Civil Aviation Authority for what's called a permission to fly for commercial operations. So I've taken a 2-day theory test, a morning flight test, and that allows me then, with insurance, to fly my drone for commercial purposes, such as photography, building inspections and surveys. But in terms of your question, anybody can buy one of these and they can take off from their garden. If they're doing that within 50 metres of a house, they're doing so illegally and they're not complying with the drone code. Some
of them are fitted with GPS, some are not. What difference does that make in terms of its sort of manoeuvrability and how it helps you keep out of trouble?
Yes. Yeah, so this drone here is fitted with GPS. So it's very similar to like a sat-nav, so it knows exactly where it is. And I can't fly my drone in restricted areas, so I can't fly 1,000 metres from my local airport. I can't overfly football stadia, I can't overfly prisons. But actually, there are drones that are available on the market that don't have GPS, they don't have that geofencing, so they can actually be flown illegally, probably very similar to what's happened at Gatwick yesterday.
I mean, you've just shown us your drone. It looks pretty small, very lightweight. So how much damage could a drone like that do if it was inside the perimeter of Gatwick Airport, as we saw yesterday?
Yeah, indeed. Well, certainly this is a very small one. This is classed as being under 7 kilograms. This, if it was ingested into an airplane engine, could potentially have the catastrophic loss of the engine, and that would subsequently result in the plane crashing. But it's clear that the incident yesterday has taken everybody by surprise, and there are so many lessons that need to be learned. And whilst there's a lot of negative publicity about drones, I just want to take this opportunity. Those that have flown legally, lawfully and safely bring so much pleasure to a lot of people.
How then do you track someone down if they've used a drone inappropriately?
Well, clearly, on the piece before, the local police are actually asking for help from the public with regards to that. And that's something that we did when I was in charge at Birmingham Airport. You know, the public are the eyes and ears for us. The plane spotters, they're the local community. And we used to get regular reports, from the plane spotters about people that they didn't recognise. You know, we did have instances where there were drones on or near the flight path. Those weren't criminal activities, they were just people that were interested in taking pictures of planes. But clearly the act yesterday was a criminal act by an individual or individuals.
Yeah, and the penalties are pretty severe, aren't they?
They are indeed, and I think what's happened yesterday is that clearly there's been a case where there's been a breach of the airport perimeter. Flights have been endangered, the safety of the public has been endangered, so there is a potential prison sentence should Sussex Police find the person or persons that are responsible.
An incident like that then, that had such far-reaching ramifications, what extra provisions might have to be made in future, in changes to the law potentially, to try to regulate the drone use as they become more and more popular?
Yes, indeed. I think we've already heard the Transport Secretary saying that he's going to call an emergency meeting with other airports. I think the thing is that what we're looking for here is we need an improvement in technology that's probably in the early stages of development. But again, the public are the eyes and ears of the police, and it's really important that the public actually report any suspicious behaviour involving the use of drones to 101.
Kerry Blakeman, thank you very much for talking to us. Russia says it will launch an investigation into whether BBC